Backlash 2025. After seeing that disastrous end to WrestleMania 41, all the fans, including me, are giving WWE some backlash, which is why we have this event. I'm kidding, that's not what happened, but it makes sense in my head. My name is Kalvin, Trinh, and welcome to my predictions video for Backlash 2025, taking place in St. Louis, Missouri. I'll be giving predictions to all the winners for the matches in Backlash. Let's talk about the build-up towards Backlash, which was, in my opinion, it was decent. Because the amount of time we had for Backlash, which is what, like 2 to 3 weeks, it was pretty short. So there wasn't really that much proper build-up, but it's much better than having to wait 1.5 months just to watch WrestleMania. I mean, the build to WrestleMania was horrendous. It was very long. It dragged out. Either that or matches were created last minute before WrestleMania. This is much better because WWE did enough with the product, with the storytelling, the build-up. We had a lot of resets for this whole new season of WWE. There's a lot to be desired so far. So hopefully things get a little better in the future. With that being said, let's start off with the predictions video, all right? Let's start off with Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. All right, this is for the Intercontinental Championship. This is going to be a high-flying, high-caliber, fast-paced match between these two, knowing what their movesets are. The winner for this match might be Dominic Mysterio because he just won that title at WrestleMania 41. It wouldn't make sense if he just lost it right away. He needs some proper build-up. Either that or he's probably going to lose by disqualification because the Judgment Day will be involved, or Finn Balor tries to get involved with Dom, building that little heated rivalry between them in the future. So yeah, I think Dom's going to win this one. Next up is the Fatal 4-Way match for the United States Championship between Jacob Fatu, who's the champion, LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. Definitely a lot of people in this match. It's great to see Drew McIntyre be a part of a championship match, even if it's a mid-card championship, but that's what gives value to these mid-card championships, like the United States Championship. With that being said, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening here. Probably some furniture moving. Someone's going to go through the table, gets hit with a chair because, you know, this is a Fatal 4-Way match. No disqualifications, no countouts. Winner of this match, Jacob, like Dominic Mysterio, just won that title at WrestleMania. Makes sense for him to be the winner again. And of course, we're going to see some dominant stuff from him, dude. This is more like a showcase of Jacob and what he can do in a Fatal 4-Way match. And possibly Bloodline will get involved somehow because it's no disqualification. And maybe Solo might screw something up. And then there's going to be some build-up between those two. Sounds kind of familiar. Just like the Intercontinental Championship match. Really interesting. Next up is Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Now, this is interesting in both a good way and a bad way. Good way is maybe Gunther might dominate throughout this whole match because Pat McAfee is not a full-time wrestler, nor is he an actual wrestler. It's interesting is because, like, you know, Pat McAfee, we haven't seen him wrestle for a while, but he's pretty good. There's some concerns though. He hasn't wrestled for a long time. He's not like the best wrestler in the world. Like, he's still green, but not too green though. So I don't know. I feel like this is kind of easy for Pat to screw it up, but it might exceed my expectations. Now, who will be the winner? Obviously, it's gonna be Gunther because if Pat wins this, like, what are we doing, WWE? What are we doing? Gunther was a former world champion, and you're just gonna make him lose to Pat? I don't think so, bud. I feel like this match is gonna go like Gunther's gonna dominate Pat because he is a more experienced wrestler. Pat might try to come back a few times, but Gunther just keeps beating him down. But then we get this like major push from Pat. Pat pushing back, you know, try to deliver a punt kick or something or whatever. At the end of the day, Gunther will put a sleeper hold on him, and then bell rings, and then Gunther's gonna keep putting him on a sleeper hold over and over and over and over until he passes out or like he freaking is close to death. So this is probably gonna be like a very dominant showcase by Gunther, showing that he is a threat to the locker room. He's a threat to everybody. He is just a monster after losing to Jey Uso for that world title. This is going to be a very big showcase. Hopefully they can execute it. Next up is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship between Lyra Valkyria, the champion, and Becky Lynch. I know people are going to be saying like Becky Hogan and all that stuff, and I get it. But if you think about it, this is a pretty good match for the title because, you know, the title is pretty relatively new. and it needs some prestige. And to get that prestige, you got to get some big stars involved with a mid-card championship. Now, yeah, I know there's some negative comments and, you know, possibly backlash. In my opinion, she's much better than Charlotte Flair because she's more charismatic. She's very entertaining. Not as great as a wrestler as Charlotte, but it's good enough. And then we got Lyra Valkyria, who is wonderful at wrestling. She has great in-ring work, skills, and all that stuff, but I struggle to find what her character is supposed to be. I know she's like cosplaying, or not cosplaying, but she has a character of like a reincarnation of a bird or something. And that's cool and all, but I need to see that personality. If you're going to have a character, you need to have some personality in order for people to not relate to it, but see how the crowd can get into that character and see if they're interested or not. And Lyra still lacks that, although she's been here for a few months now. So as much as I like to praise Lyra as a great wrestler, I don't know if she can hold on to a championship any longer. If she doesn't change something with her character or personality, I don't know. I think Becky should win this. For number one, to put that some of that prestige onto that championship. And number two, since she's so entertaining, people will be invested, will be interested in that mid-card championship. You gotta build some of the history for the Intercontinental Championship for the women's division. And yeah, I think Becky will win this one. We're gonna get a good title switch right here. And then the main event, or hopefully the main event of Backlash, John Cena versus Randy Orton for the final time. Even though they set this in the 2014 Hell in a Cell match one last time. Oh well, we're gonna get another one last time. The last time ever. The final last time. But this is for the undisputed WWE Championship. For all the Ruthless Aggression and PG era fans, this is a match for you. And not only that, the rules have been switched. John Cena is the bad guy, Randy Orton's the good guy. And this is all taking place in St. Louis, Missouri, which is, if you didn't know, the hometown Randy Orton. So the fans are going to be behind Randy Orton the whole entire time, I think. Hopefully this match is great, because the majority of the time when they fight each other, it is pretty boring. Although they do have some great matches. In fact, memorial moments that happen in their history. We got a bunch of stinkers here and there. So I hope this one doesn't stink. I don't expect this to be their greatest match ever, because in my opinion, I think the I Quit match is by far my favorite match between those two. But I don't think it's going to reach that level because, you know, John Cena, he still is a part-timer. He doesn't wrestle a lot. And Randy Orton, wonderful at wrestling in terms of psychology, the storytelling. But this time it's a good guy. So the whole wrestling psychology thing, it's going to switch around a little bit. But I'm still excited though. I think John Cena's going to win this. I just don't see him losing anytime soon unless he's losing to like an upcoming star or something. But you know, I just hope this is a good match all in all. But yeah, I can't wait to see this match. Pretty hyped for this match. Hopefully it exceeds my expectations. The match of the night for me might be the United States Championship Fatal 4-Way match. That's probably going to be a match of the night. That's pretty much it for Backlash 2025. This is a pretty short video because there's only 5 matches. So what else can you do, right? I just hope this event is much better than WrestleMania 41. That WrestleMania 41 ending just really left a very stinging taste in my mouth, like a very sour taste, bro. Like I had to cleanse my eyes with the ending to WrestleMania 40 in order to just forget about that, because Jesus, dude. But anyways, that's it for my predictions here for Backlash 2025. These are my predictions, so this is just my opinions, my thoughts. Leave a comment up below on what your thoughts are for Backlash 2025. What are your predictions for these matches? And if you have already watched Backlash, give me a rating. What do you guys think of the Backlash event? 5 out of 5, 0 out of 5, 10 out of 10 bananas, negative 100 out of 10 canes. I don't know. I'll be doing a live stream for Backlash, my live reactions. No WWE content will be shown, but I'll show that in the YouTube shorts. So see you guys. Bye bye.